What is going on, everybody? My name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own one and only Chi-Town Smark, and we are going to find out what went down tonight on Maximum Carnage Collision. Maximum Carnage is what they named this show. Amazing. We're going to get into it, but really quick, guys, I want to acknowledge the amount of support that has gone in to my Dark Side of AEW upload the other day. It's been amazing. You guys have made it my absolutely most watched video, and I don't know how to thank you all except to keep up what I'm trying to do here, and that's just keep bringing you guys things that you just enjoy, things you like to hear about, talk about, chit-chat about. So to keep up that momentum, please, I humbly ask, genuinely, if you're watching this right now, actually leave a thumbs up. Please subscribe, leave a comment, share with someone else or to your social media. That helps just as much as a super thanks would help. By the way, also shout out to Jimmy Fingers for his $50 super thanks on that last video. He had a lot to say. He said he did not mind if I read it, but I'm going to try to read it all on Wednesday night's show because that is some amazing support. So shout out to Jimmy Fingers and to all of you who listened, watched, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment. I'm well aware that every video you guys click on, everyone asks the same thing. I genuinely ask that you do those things because they actually do help, and I'm seeing the results of that right now. Let's get into this show. Everyone, Collision opened up with a Texas death match between Christopher Daniels and Hangman Adam Page. Before I took my first note to this match, Christopher Daniels was an absolute bloody mess. It was that fast. People talked about Moxley bleeding all over the place. My goodness. This was an absolute murder scene at the start of the show. Not sure why they turned this from a friendly meeting in backstage to a flat-out blood war in the first minute of the first match. That escalated quickly, to say the least. Hangman, he used weapons, and then he grabbed barbed wire. He had chairs and everything else. The first half of the match, it was slow and methodical, believe it or not. Page was trying to be as brutal as possible, and Daniels sold it like a champ, bleeding all over the place. All over. Page, just the refs like, hey, man, geez, what the... we had a gusher, man. Daniels hit a big Uranagi, threw a barbed wire table, but it only stalled Hangman for a few minutes. Daniels hit two best moonsault evers, including one with a barbed wire on the table on top of Page. But Hangman beat the 10 count and got to his feet, and that just made him mad. He just got mad at that point. Page hit a buckshot lariat to the back of Daniels' neck to keep him down for the 10 count. And the win. After the match was over, Page hit Daniels with the Angel's Wing finisher, Christopher Daniels' finisher, just to pour salt on the wound, just because Hangman's a dick. Page beat Daniels to the shock of no one. Hangman is actually 5-0 on Collision. That's a fun fact. I did not know that. I'll give this one 3 out of 5 tacos just because of how much of a beating and a bloodbath Christopher Daniels put himself through. We go to commercial break. Looking at Christopher Daniels, bloody, beaten, doctors surrounding him, medics, refs. People are trying to figure out if this man is going to be okay or not. And that's the scene that we see going into commercial. You know, we come back from commercial so we can kind of maybe get an update on what's going on with Christopher Daniels. Is he okay? Is he going to a local medical facility? Is he going to be? No, we get Toni Storm coming out in her rocker music, nice and happy. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. I wonder if she walked by Christopher Daniels in Gorilla just like that. He's bleeding all over the place. Toni Storm comes like, yeah. A little inappropriate, no? I know she has amnesia. She didn't forget how to have some compassion, did she? I guess she didn't care. Get out of my way. I got to get to the ring to do an interview, not even a match. Whatever. Toni Storm gets to the interview with Tony Schiavone and continued her, I don't know what the hell's been going on with me lately gimmick. She said she would introduce herself to Mariah next week. Man, I don't like to question Toni Storm's choice of gimmick and story right here because she completely nailed the last one with her timeless gimmick. But this is getting stupid. This is just getting stupid. Even for pro wrestling, this is getting stupid, all right? Let that sink in. Next up, we have the trios match with Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Roderick Strong, taking on Lee Moriarty, Charlie Bravo, and Sean Dean, a.k.a. Shane Taylor Productions. STP took control right before the show cut to commercial break. They love doing that. We return to see Adam Cole back in the driver's seat against Dean. The Undisputed Kingdom got the win here, but Shane Taylor gets in the ring after the match was over. A very quick match. Shane Taylor gets in the ring, completely obliterates the Undisputed Kingdom by himself. I mean, just squashed them. Even Adam Cole. But then Daniel Garcia showed up to the ring. Don't worry, they hit his entrance music first. And he came down carrying his title. AEW has a problem with that. When they do their run-ins, everyone stops to have their music hit. That just kind of, I don't see how they have not seen yet that takes away from the feeling of it being real in any sense. I'm going to go out there and save my friends. Make sure you hit my music before I go. Where's my title? Where's my title? All right. Get my title. All right. Now hit my music. I'm going to go save my friends. Okay, let's go. No sense of urgency. It's like when Jeff Hardy came out to come save his brother. Motherfucker stopped to dance on the ramp. And then he went to, what kind of sense of urgency, people? Come on. Anyway, Garcia showed up, started fighting with Taylor to protect his buddy Matt Menard, who somehow got involved in this, who was on the commentary. Garcia and the Undisputed Kingdom teamed up to take him out. Took all 9 of those guys. But anyway, the white guys beat the black guys. 2 tacos. Nothing special here. Brian Cage and Lance Archer took on Dante and Darius Martin in tag team action this week. As soon as it started, Powerhouse, the Powerhouse, took control, Cage and Archer. In a few minutes for the high, and it took a few minutes for the High Flyers to try to get back in this. Dante hit a series of quick moves to put Archer off balance. Unfortunately, the comeback was too little too late because Archer and Cage regained the upper hand and scored the win in a pretty quick match. I mean, basically a squash. Then Action Andretti and Leo Rush ended up coming down to the ring to attack Top Flight just to make it even worse for them. Cage and Archer win. 1 taco. What happened to Top Flight? What actually happened to Top Flight, man? Speaking of the decaying tag division, Max Caster came out with a duffel bag. Started talking about the issues and the rumors regarding the Acclaim. Anthony Bowens joined him after Max called him out. Caster said Bowens just needs to admit all Caster wants Bowens to do is just admit that Caster is the best wrestler alive. Is that asking too much? Is that asking too much? Bowens, with his attitude, got mad and ripped into him for needing to clean up his messes all the time. Ingrateful. Billy Gunn came out, tried to talk some sense into everyone out here. But Caster insulted him and told Bowens he had to choose between him or Billy Gunn. Bowens chose Billy Gunn right off the bat, quickly. Like, nah, Billy Gunn. Caster said, fine, mofo, then we done. Segment ended, that was it. No fight, no brawl, no slap, no violence, no nothing. I wouldn't quite call it Seth turning on Roman type deal if we're talking about breakups and things like that. I don't know where this is headed. I don't know if they have a match coming up. I don't know if this was an amicable parting of the way. This was kind of weird. I don't know. I'm a little confused here. I'm almost sensing maybe a Billy Gunn turn and Billy Gunn goes with Caster. I don't know. It's kind of flaky to me, man. It just don't feel right. They've been teasing this for weeks. It's been not really going anywhere. This was a step in a direction, but it was just kind of mid at best. I don't know. Anyway, we get the Continental Championship match up next with Kazuchika Okada and Tomohiro Ishii. These guys have actually been in the ring together a million times, man, whether it be a tag team partner or against each other. So the chemistry there should be solid. It should be absolutely solid. And it was. Okada didn't want to lock up right away. Kazuchika Okada is the king of methodically pacing his matches. He knows how to pace a match to make the interest in the match carry throughout the match. It's one of the things Okada's great at. So he took his time locking up, kind of just trying to run away from him a little bit, but Ishii was more interested in punching him in the face rather than playing all these games. So that's exactly what he did to him. It wasn't a pretty match, but it was hard-hitting and one with some pretty big exchanges. Ishii had a bad knee and appeared to hurt his ankle on the other leg, but he kept fighting. Okada picked up the win with a Rainmaker to retain. I don't think anyone expected anything else. 3 tacos because I feel like it's illegal to give Okada anything less than that. Next up, we get Dustin Rhodes. Man, he was out next to take on, I got it written right here, Adam Priest. Not quite a Damien, but Adam Priest, a local talent. I feel like nobody wants to see Dustin Rhodes beat up on a jobber on a Saturday night. You can go out with your friends, you can go out on a date, you can go out to a party, or you can stay at home and watch Dustin Rhodes beat up a jobber. Dustin Rhodes beat Priest, -2 tacos. I have absolutely no idea on the planet Earth why this match took place here tonight. We get Julia Hart taking on Harley Cameron, who was still marked from the mist that Julia sprayed in her face during Dynamite. In the past, when we've seen someone get sprayed with that mist, sometimes they turn, i.e. sky blue. Sometimes they don't, i.e. willow. What will happen with Harley Cameron? We'll find out. Cameron was aggressive right at the gate, but Julia took control as the show went into commercial break. Maybe come back to see Julia still in control, but kind of getting frustrated she couldn't put Cameron away. She eventually scored the win with a heartless submission. It wasn't much. Hart is trying to get that momentum back that she lost by taking the pin in that gauntlet match. I still don't know why she took that pin. I still don't know why she took that pin. Now, see, it's going to be interesting to see if Cameron ever joins her or that she just fades away like Willow did. So we'll find out. 3 out of 5 tacos because I love Julia Hart and she is awesome. That's just what I want to give her. Main event. The most convoluted and confusing main event I've seen in a long time. Chris Jericho, Big Bill, Brian Keith team up with Jon Moxley, Claudio Castagnoli, Wheeler Yuta, and Cope on the rope. I hope he used soap. Dax Softwood, Cash Wheeler, Truth Magnum, Turbo Floyd, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Whew. That was a lot. That was a lot. I do not understand. I do not understand why this match is happening. I do not. For the sake of me, I'm trying to figure this out. They announced this on social media. Everyone was kind of like, why is this happening? This makes no sense. The Death Riders were enthralled in what was supposed to be the absolute top storyline of AEW. And now here they are in this 47-man tag match on Collision. That, spoiler alert, they lost. They lost. What kind of credibility does this give the Death Riders? This is supposed to be their show. Moxley's sitting there on the apron holding the goddamn ring rope, the tag rope. Taking tags from Jericho. I don't get this at all, man. I don't get this at all. I don't even want to really cover this match. I mean, I don't understand. Pac showed up, interfered. It was a complete breakdown. It was complete chaos everywhere. The Death Riders put a bag over Cope's head and tried to carry him away before FTR stopped him. They tried to kidnap another man. Then all of a sudden, Hobbs' music hit. He was attacked earlier in the night by Jericho and the Learning Tree group, and he got patched up by medical, I guess, came limping out. Not before his music hit, though. Came limping out, grabbed the tag rope, got the tag, had a big meat session with Bill, ended up getting the win. Will Hobbs hobbled out there and was the deciding factor in this huge, convoluted, unnecessary tag match. I don't know what's going on here with this main event scene. I don't know what's going on with Will Hobbs. Somehow they're making him less and less interesting. Somehow. I don't get it. Rated FTR, Hobbs and the Outrunners defeat the Death Riders and the Learning Tree. 2 tacos is the most I can give that match. The show was a dud. Who would have thunk it? I cannot wait to do a Collision Corner for this show this Wednesday. Be on the lookout for that. I don't know. I wanted to do a live stream for this. And something came up with the family, but I definitely wanted to cover it. So I decided to put this video out. I thank you guys for all showing up and showing out for my channel. We are on a goal to get these subscribers up. Right now, we just eclipsed 8,000. I want to shoot for 10,000. But before we get to 10,000, we have to get to 9,000. YouTube tells me that there's a large percentage of you people who are watching this video right now and are not subscribed. I want to thank you for being here and watching, first of all. I want to thank you for interacting with the video. Leave a comment, leave a thumbs up. But if you are so inclined, please subscribe to the channel and help me out on this journey. My name is Jesse, a.k.a. your very own one and only Chi-Town Smart. I will see you guys next time. Peace.